with another live video. Hold on, let's make sure y'all got some sound. Y'all got sound? Okay, yes, y'all got sound. Back with another live video, y'all. Please make sure that you leave me a like, leave a comment in the description box below, and somewhere down here is a subscribe button so you can subscribe to the channel. For the returning members and subscribers, welcome back. Family, welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to try our hands at a fabric basket. Now, being totally honest, I don't have any measurements. I'm just kind of going, just trying to wing it, and we're gonna see what we come up with. How y'all doing today? Happy Monday, y'all. Happy Monday. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey, Donzel, you taking your lunch break? Okay. Well, let's get it cracking here. So thanks everybody for stopping by. Happy Monday. I hope you enjoy your lunch break, Donzel. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm gonna have it this way. So you want to put right sides together. This is Dollar Tree faux leather. I'm using a stitch length of 3 millimeters, and I'm just going to do my best to make sure that I have these together. I'm going to use a quarter of an inch seam allowance. Okay. Yep. All right, making sure that you back stitch at the beginning and the end. Now I'm gonna see if I can maintain this quarter of an inch. We're going to see. Now you just want to check that you're lining up. Now if your pieces aren't even, that's okay, because you'll be able to trim those off. And you're gonna back stitch, come down. I'm gonna turn my work, okay? Turn my work. And I'm just gonna kind of try and line everything up to the best of my ability, okay? And I already know I ain't cut this as even as I thought I did, and that's gonna be okay. We'll just cut the excess off. All right. And then I'm gonna turn my work. And if you catch this on the replay, I thank you. Shout out to the replay gang. Y'all are definitely valuable as well. Now I'm gonna let this up and let's put this down for a second. Try to maintain this quarter here. Cause yeah. Okay. So, oh girl, drop the needle. All right, we're gonna back stitch. And then we're gonna come up this last side right here. We're not gonna sew across the top. And the reason being is because we need that open. We are going to be blocking this or cutting cutting squares out of it. I'm going to try and do them at maybe between 2 and 3 inches, I think. So you should have something that looks like this. Hey, Shay Shay. Uh-oh, and look at me. Look at me, y'all. I didn't catch it. See, this is where it's very important to try and maintain. I'm just gonna start right back over here, because it's important to try and maintain that seam allowance. Because baby, listen, I don't know, we ain't do that, okay? But it's gonna be okay. We're just trying our hand at this. Like I said, I don't have no real measurements or anything like that. It's just I'm trying my hand, and we're gonna see how this thing come out. Okay. All right, y'all. So This is how it's gonna go. So this is gonna be our top. Now all I'm gonna do right here is just take some scissors and kind of cut these off, which nobody's gonna see them anyway. And this excess that we have, I'm just gonna take these same scissors and I'm going to cut it, but I'm not going to cut where I sewed at, okay? I'm not cutting where I sewed it. And it probably might help if I get a, let me just grab a pair of scissors that aren't spring loaded. All right, here we go. Now this fusible that I'm using, when it tells you to baste it down first, do that. Baste it down first, because baby, whew, that thing gave me a run for my money, okay? And I'm just cutting a little bit of this seam allowance. I'm not cutting much. Just a little bit, because you want to reduce the bulk as much as possible. Now, this probably, a beginner can do this. So, just take out your sewing machine. It doesn't take much fabric either. This is Dollar Tree faux leather that I'm using for the outside. And this is some kind of Pellin fusible that I got from, girl, I don't know where I got that from. Either, probably Hobby Lobby when I was going there. Okay, so that's what we should have there. Hey, Miss Barbara, you wish you could sew on a machine? Oh, I'm pretty sure you could do it. All right, so we have our next two pieces, and they are fused as well. We're going to use this checkered material, and we're going to do this the same exact way. Yep, Miss Barbara, I'm sure you could do it. It's gonna I mean, it'll be a learning curve, but you got this. You could do it. If I could do it, you could do it. I promise. I'm by far not a not a professional. I promise I'm not a professional. I just got into my bag making era, and to be quite honest, I think I love it there. I have kind of forgotten, or at least put to the back of my mind, about rhinestones, sublimation, all of the things that I used to do, except DTF, baby. I can never forget about that. We got to keep that flowing. But I'm turning my work, y'all. But outside of that, I think I like it there. Okay, I think I like it there. Now, when we cut these corners out or block the corners, I don't know, people call them all kind of different names, but cutting the corners out, boxing the corners. When we box our corners, it's not going to matter if you cut those stitches, because, I mean, it's going to be on that corner. So, it's going to get cut anyway. So, that'll be fine. 1, 2, and 3. So, we're just going to back stitch a hair. And then we're going to come on up. And then we're going to just guesstimate. Okay. Now, for me, the hardest part of sewing is cutting. I can't cut straight to save my life, okay? That's the hardest part of sewing for me. Cutting the fabric. Hey, Blue. Hey, y'all. Welcome in. So yeah, that's the hardest part for me, is cutting the fabric. However, with that being said, if I use these, like the scan and cut or the Cricut, I could get a more accurate cut, but I'm trying to train myself. Yeah, go figure, me training myself. I'm trying to train myself though to just continue to cut fabric and by hand, and hopefully I will get the hang of it, hopefully sooner than later. I do okay with templates. Still don't do good with templates, but tracing a template or something like that, I do okay with it. I still end up having to do, you know, cutting stuff down, but it's fine. It'll be okay. All right, so now, oh girl, let me get my life together over here, y'all. Oops, I'm just trimming some more of that little excess over here. Okay, hopefully that's gonna be good. Now, let me see. Do I want to turn this inside out yet, or do I want to? First of all, let's block these corners out. I'm just gonna kind of. I'm gonna push the sewing machine back. So making sure that I got my tops together. And I'm just going to, hold on, let me see if I can put y'all down. Hey, Auntie Lena. Let me see if I can bring y'all down some. Okay. Ouch. Need my finger back. Okay, so I'm going to, y'all, I'm trying to get my life together because first of all, I need to know, do I need to sew these like this and then turn it out? I think I do. We gonna see. Okay, so let me where is a little ruler? Uh-oh, sorry guys. Let's see here. And I'm not doing it from where I sewed it. I'm doing it from we don't want to take that much out. Let's see. I'm doing it hopefully about an eighth of an inch in. Hopefully from where I sewed it, okay? Actually, this chalk mark is not going to show up on there. I would have to change it. So let's just, where is my square root? You know what? Here we go. Here we go. 2 inches might be too much. So I'm just going to do 1 inch. Okay, just 1 inch. Because I think 2 inches is going to be too much. And you want to make sure that you are doing this from the bottom, because it is going to it'll tell on you. Let's make sure that this is even. Hold on, y'all. Okay, so that's even there. And you just want to come and make that 1 inch mark. And baby, I hope, why that look wider? Because it is. Hold on here, y'all. Wait a minute. Let's bring this just a little bit. See? I'm telling y'all. Hopefully that's even. Okay? Hopefully that's even. Alright, now all I'm going to do, when I say I'm winging this, y'all, I'm winging it, baby. I promise you I'm winging it. Okay? I'm winging it. This ain't no pattern. This is just something. I don't even know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it, okay? We're going to try it. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. Just kind of put everything together, making sure it's lined up before you make that cut to the best of your ability. We're not looking for, what you call them people? Perfection. We're not looking for that. We're just looking for a finished project, and we're gonna, you know, pray that this come out looking like something, because I'm on a wing and a prayer here. Up Designs. Hey cousin. Hey Miss D. How y'all doing? Watching earlier. All right, so here we go, y'all. Let's, sorry, that was the what you call it. Let's see if this is going to work for us. Actually, what I might do is just take this square that I cut out and just put it over on the other side. it's not going to matter. That's an air erasing marker or pen, whatever you want to call that. It's air erasing, so it will go away anyway, and you're not going to see it anyway because it's in the, all right. Now, let's check our stuff over here before we wreck ourselves, okay? Oh, well, not too bad. Look at that, girl. Not too bad. I was almost there for the most part. Okay, so let's put another clip right here. And I'm just gonna cut these corners on out. And make sure I got that high enough, though. All right. Hold on, y'all. Let me move this down just a little bit so my little short self can see. Okay. And then we're just going to, like so. All right. You can save these corners for, you know, for later reference. I generally do that. So like I'll write 1 inch on here, and then I'll just put that off to the side. And then when I need 1 inch thingamajiggers, I do it that way. Okay, so I think I got my life together, right? Oh, girl, come on. All right, so what you're gonna do is you have this is our inside lining right here, and it's fused. All you're gonna do now is, because you have your corners cut out. Hold on, let me bring y'all back up now. All right, so you're going to just kind of box these corners, making sure that this seam in the middle lines up with this seam here. So you want the seam going at the bottom to line up here. Clip it in place, okay? This is what should, okay? This is what should give you that boxed look the whole way around on the bottom, on the sides, all of the good stuff. Now, when I say we winging this, baby, we winging this. I'm just going off the sewing, the little bit sewing skills that I got. Okay, all right. Don't judge me. All right, here we go. Okay, so that's lined up. We're just gonna clip. You can clip, you can pin, you can, you know, whatever tickles your pickle or floats your fancy, okay? So you should have something like this, because it's gonna, we want this to be tall in height versus wide. Now all we're gonna do, do our other one before we sew. We're just gonna sew across here, but for now we're just gonna put that off to the side. We're gonna grab our exterior. Trying to get all the tomfoolery off of it. And like I said, this is Dollar Tree faux leather. The checkerboard print came from, ooh, girl. Let me see. Where did that come from? Probably Hobby Lobby. When I was going there. Yup. Probably Hobby Lobby. Okay. All right. So again, the same thing. You want this center seam to match up with this middle seam here. Clip it in place, and let's go ahead and just pull this side over here too. Sometimes you can tell if you're gonna have a hiccup or not. So far I think we're gonna be okay. Hopefully I will get to go live and sew up the Annabelle, hopefully by Wednesday, maybe, hopefully. Hopefully, no, not Wednesday. I don't know. I was thinking Wednesday, but yeah, no, Wednesday not gonna work. Maybe, I don't know. I have to see. But I know it's going to be in the by next week. We're gonna go ahead and get that baby sewed up because she cut out, she pretty, all of the things. Okay, so again, we have our little shindig right here. Let's pull this out, and we're gonna go ahead and bring our sewing machine back. Hey, Mama Vi, thank you. Yes, y'all, please hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. All right, so my good people, you just want to make sure, like, as you're sewing this, and I'm just going to use a 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. 1/4 of an inch is usually visible on most sewing machines. I don't know about all, but most of them are, at least on the Brother and Singer, they are. So you're going to try and maintain that 1/4 of an inch. Make sure that you back stitch at the beginning and the end. That's going to be imperative. We're going to slow this bad boy down a little bit because it was ready to run, baby. And I don't need it running yet because I ain't ready for it to run. Oh, now I got it walking. Hold on, baby. Come on. You can crawl. You ain't got to run, but you can crawl, okay? Come on. There you go. You can crawl. Okay. Sometimes you got to talk to your machine. You got to talk to it sometimes. Okay. What else? I think, I haven't tested it out, but if somebody wants to test it out and let me know, I think you can take a fat 1/4 and cut it down to whatever size you want it to be. And I think this, you probably could get similar results as well. Okay. All right, so we have that side. So now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to repeat what we just did on this side. Okay, we're just going to repeat. We're going to back stitch. All right. And it's okay if you have to slow your machine down because not everybody can sew fast. And baby, I know I can't sew fast at all. If I sew fast, it's guaranteed to come out jacked up. That's it. That's all. That's the message. Okay. It's not a race though, so you know. All right. Boom. Let's try that. All right, that looks good. That looks good, I think. And then we'll probably trim down, not much, but not with those scissors. Just trim down some of that bulk. Anytime you're sewing, you want to always reduce the bulk, okay? Reduce the bulk. Won't be as much on this side to cut off, and that's fine. Okay, boom. So this is what you should have. See that box shape right there? That's what we got. So everything lines up here, here, all the way around down our seam. So that's our exterior. Wait a minute, baby. It looked like, ooh, I cut that stitch right there. See? Oops. I cut the stitch. Hold on, y'all. Uh-oh. Girl. There you go, baby. When you trimming, be careful. And I'll just run it all the way back down. I am going to speed it up just for this. All right. Boom. And when you look down inside of it, if you can see any outside light, that means go back and check it. All right. So that piece is good. We're just going to set that off to the side. And believe it or not, y'all, we are almost done. We're going to sew our lining again at a 1/4 inch. Seam allowance for me. Trying to keep the fabric where I started. That's a job in itself. Hold on. Okay. That's a job in itself, so lately we've been doing pretty good. I can't complain. Lately, we've been doing pretty good. All right, so we're going to repeat on this side over here, making sure that you keep everything out of the way. Yeah, there we go. I don't know why my head trying to hurt me, but we're gonna bind the devil up. All right, there we go. Back stitching a little bit, and then we're just gonna let it run off. Cut our thread. All right, same thing. This time I'm going to try to stay away from my stitches. Now, if you can cut close to your seams, to your seam allowance, and not cut your thread, I salute you, because that's a hard skill for me. All right, so there we go. So you should have two pieces that look like so. You're gonna turn your lining piece so that it is, hold on, let me think about this. Let me think about this. I believe you're going to turn it right side. Hold on, yeah, so that the right sides are touching. Yep. And you're gonna push it down inside of your exterior. Now, what's going to be important about this part is that, number one, you put it in right. Again, that we are lining our seams up. If you line your seams up first, and it looks like I ain't put this in right. So hold on. Let's line up our seam here to where it go. That's the only thing. Okay, so push in. All right, so when you look in there, you should see the outside. So we got right sides together, I think. Yep, and then when we turn this out, okay, yeah, I think that's right. I think that's right. We about to find out. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, oh mercy, these little shells are not friendly up here. Okay, I'm gonna take this off and slide this back down. Hopefully this light is helping, hopefully. All right, now, whoops, making sure y'all can see. Hey now, welcome in. All right, so let's see if we got this right, y'all. We're gonna find out in a minute. All right, I'm going to just add some more clips around here. Since this isn't the side that I'm going to start on. All right, I think that should be okay. And I'm going to, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to top stitch this from the inside like I want to, but let's go for it. Let's try it. Now you're top stitching this, so this is gonna be at like 1/8 of an inch, okay? Your top stitch is, in the sewing world, mostly is known at the 1/8 inch seam allowance, okay? All right, y'all. Let's see what we get. I'm gonna raise this and I'm gonna bring it. Okay, I guess that's where it wants to be. So we're just gonna go with that. I'm back stitching. I'm gonna slow the machine down and let's see what we come up with, y'all. Wait a minute. Hold on. I didn't think about this. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. We gotta have a turn hole. Hold on. Wait a... Oh, never mind. I can leave part of that open. Okay. I got it. I got it now. Sometimes when you get into sewing, you start thinking about stuff. But I can just leave part of the top of it open. And then come back. But I believe I probably should. I should have, so if y'all do this, when you do it, just leave a turn hole in your lining, okay? Just leave a turn hole in your lining. That's what you want to do. But you can do it from the top. I know this is hard for y'all to see because it's hard for me to see right now. Let me get this clip right here out of the way because it's causing some problems. And you're just gonna kind of walk this around. Boy, I'm telling you, this be the hardest part. And cutting sometimes. Top stitching is the devil for me sometimes. All right, let's see what we got. Okay. Ooh, y'all. I thought it was supposed to be easier when you take this little arm off, but I guess if you slide it around, it's easier. But we're trying to top stitch on the inside, so. All right, I'm almost back around to where I was. So I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna back stitch because I want to see what kind of room we got for this turn hole. Because if I, wait a minute, hold on, let's see here. I think I didn't, yep, I didn't leave a big enough turn hole. So let me open it, oops, just a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna turn, uh-oh, and you know what else I did? Y'all know what else I did? I forgot. I should have sewed, hold on, maybe not. Let me see before I say that. Okay, yeah, you want 2 separate pieces. There we go. There we go. Okay. So I'm going to find where I left this hole at, right here. And I'm going to push this down. Oh, hold on, let me come back in frame. I'm just pushing everything out. So push all your corners out from your exterior. Okay. That looks pretty good. All right, now what you want to do is this is naturally trying to fold over on itself. So we're just going to top stitch all the way around. So roll your seams down, essentially is what you're doing. Keeping those seams lined up as much as possible. Roll them down. Yep, it probably would have been a lot easier though if I'd have just left a hole in the lining. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And we're just going to fold this. And you'll probably want to clip this all the way around. Now, I don't know that you really should use faux leather with this. I just wanted to try it. I mean, it seems okay. It seems okay. And all we're doing is just kind of rolling these seams. Yeah, remind me not to do it like this no more. Just leave the hole, the turn hole in the lining. That's gonna be so much easier, but we live and we learn, right? Okay. And it's not terribly bad. Y'all know I'm dramatic. It's not terribly bad, but it's bad enough. All right, so here we go. And everything is still trying to turn in on itself nicely. It's still trying to turn in nicely. All right, we're gonna just clip around. Clip around. And that top stitch that we just did, I mean, it's literally turning in on itself. So, yeah. All right. And now, I don't think I want to top stitch that from the inside this time, though. I don't think I do. I think I want to just put it on the machine and let it go around. Does it really make a difference? I don't know, but we're gonna see. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, baby, that might make a whole lot of difference there. All right, wherever you start at, make sure that you back stitch at the beginning and the end. And you may have to help turn this faux leather. So far, it seems to be walking across the machine nicely. I am using a, what is it, Schmitz, however you say it, vinyl needle. I am using a vinyl needle. Even though this is that Dollar Tree faux leather, sometimes these machines, just like now, it didn't want to move. Okay. All right, there we go. And sometimes these clips get hung up on this little arm, this free arm, I guess is what you call it. You just want to grab a screwdriver here to try and keep that flat. Do not let the screwdriver hit your needle though, because that would be a bad day, okay? I'm just trying to mash it down because we're going over that seam. All right. We're almost back where we started. Which means we're almost done. And if you can help it, you want to line up right where you want to meet back where you started. And we did. Okay. Cool beans. All right. So let's cut these off. And this is what we have, y'all. We have a little fabric basket. And what we're going to do with this little fabric basket, see how cute that is? Hold on, let me back y'all out some so y'all can see on the inside. So see how cute that is? You have all of your seams that line up on the inside, in the corners, and on the exterior. So that's pretty daggone good. And all I'm going to do with our little fabric basket now, let me tell you what I can do since I have the free arm off of, don't fall. How did I know it was gonna fall? What I can do is, because I have the free arm off, now, let me see. Can we, no, let's just use the other one. Let's see. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of these little handmade tags, only because I'm trying to get rid of these, y'all. I'm trying to get rid of these. Okay, here we go. And I'll show you guys how to use these little handmade tags. And I do have some that have my name on them that are metal. All right, so what we're gonna do is cut this down, not just the thread. Cut that off. All right, so assuming, hold on, let me let y'all down some. Thank you. All right. Yep, y'all can. All right, y'all can see that. So this little thread is driving me crazy. Every time I think I'm cutting it. Oh, that's because I didn't. Hold on. I met back, but I didn't meet all the way. So let me just drop this needle good. Okay. Now there we go. Okay. I was like, why is this? There we go. So now what we're going to do, we're going to just kind of fold this somewhat like this. I'm going to use, not that fabric marker. I'm going to use this chalk marker right here. And I'm just going to kind of mark that. And that gives me my center. So now I'm just going to kind of draw. Probably put that. Okay, thread. I'm sorry. And we're going to mark. We're going to put it about right here. I'm just guesstimating. I'm not really using real marks, so to speak. And I think the tag will look okay right there. And 1, 2. Yep, that looks good. And what you're going to do is when you put this little silver thing down, you're just going to mark in those lines. So it looks something like that. It gives you your center here. So from the top, your center here. And then on either side. And what we're going to do. Oh, here it is. I got one right here. Okay. Ideally, you would want to put this on beforehand. But since we're already experimenting, and then you're just going to push this up just a little. You don't want to push this up any more than you have to. And because this vinyl is so thin, baby, you ain't got to push it far. I promise you don't. Okay, so let's put our little tag in like so. Find the slit that you made on through we go. There we go. And then we're gonna push this. This fabric is thin enough. Okay. So what I'm going to do I have a piece of _𝐂𝐓? Nope, but I got a piece of adhesive right here. So you will see this adhesive. If I can grab it. Nope, I can't. I got a piece of _𝐂𝐓 right here. Let's see. All right. So this is where _𝐂𝐓 comes in handy as well. We're just going to cut a piece of that off. And we're going to put it behind our tag. And all we're going to do is just mark that second line so that we'll know how far to go out. And again, push the seam ripper through. Just don't push it all the way through and rip the _𝐂𝐓, and don't cut yourself either. I've done all of the above, okay? All right, so we're just gonna kind of cut this off. You're gonna put it same way. So it should look like so. Then you're gonna put this tag on, lining up the second one from either side, flip it in. Now, normally you use a little hammer, but that mashed down pretty well. And then I'm gonna put a piece of what you call it, foam adhesive to cover this part so that it doesn't wear anything out on the bag. So y'all, that's what we have, y'all. I'm gonna take this chalk off in a second. Thank you. Now let's see what it looks like with our little oops, with our clips in it. Let's try and give it some shape over here, because we got plenty of clips. That we can pour in here. Oops, those aren't clips. Those are zippers. Stand by. Stand by, please. Okay. So here we go. We got some more. No worries. Now what I want to try not to do, I want them to go in the bag. Not on the floor, not in my lap, not on the table. Look how cute. Look how cute. And then I can use that container, I'm sure, for something else. Let's put this back. Yep. And I could actually put some more in it. So that is what we have, y'all. Let me back y'all out, and let me try and give y'all some light so y'all can see. There we go. Thank y'all. Thank you. So all we got to do is take this little chalk marker off of here, and baby. So sometimes winged projects, as we can see, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But let me come back to y'all. Whoops. All right, y'all. So that's all I have for you guys today. Happy Monday. I hope you all have a blessed and prosperous work week. And hopefully I will see you guys sometimes this week or next week. But until next time, peace, be blessed, stay crafty. I'm your girl T, and I'm out. One God, one love. And again, this is our project. This is our fabric basket. So stinking cute. Y'all can batch these. Y'all can batch these and put them out pretty fast. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye, guys.